What's up guys, I wanted to make a quick video about the Apple keynote that just happened and go through the top things that I thought were the coolest and what I'm looking forward to most. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing that they announced was iOS 11. This is the new update for the iPhones. I'm looking forward to this one just because it's always nice to have a clean, fresh update to the phones. I saw that there's more features on the swipe up panel with like the flashlight and things being kind of rearranged and changed. But the biggest thing that stood out to me was the VR that they're going to start doing on the phones. I need to get myself a headset, but it looks like it'd be cool, and it's kind of funny to think about how he said that it's going to be the largest VR system when they release it, which is kind of typical of Apple updating something, releasing something new, and just instantly being the top in their category. Other than the phone, they have a new watchOS update and a macOS update. They did hint the new professional Mac. They kind of showed a picture of this iMac that's black from top-down view, and they didn't say much about it. It's super exciting to see them do something on the actual professional side and listen to people talking about how their computers aren't super professional even though they're called Pro. So they're listening and they're creating a new iMac that hopefully performs really well in all the different professional suites that people who use professional software are looking for. A bunch of my friends and myself have switched to Windows for our main video editing and other content creation because Apple's professional hardware isn't really powerful enough if we use different softwares like Premiere, and them at least showing that they are aware, and that's one of the main things that I'm kind of pumped about for this keynote. Another thing that they announced was the new iPad in kind of a different size, and it has like a new screen. I'm not too pumped about that just because it is just another iPad. I feel like a lot of people have iPads, and if you own an iPad, it's good enough. And I don't know why they keep making new versions of it, because if you own an iPad, they're pretty much all the same. And I have an iPad Air 2, my girlfriend has an iPad Pro. I can't see how this new one's going to be so much different that I want to actually buy it. So it's cool that they're still making new things, but I think they should focus on better computers, especially in the desktop department, than iPads. And that's all I have to say about that. Moving on, the Apple HomePod is kind of one of their bigger things that they were announcing. The VR was kind of big, but the HomePod was bigger. It's basically Apple's Alexa device that goes in the middle, or Google Home. It's very similar to those. The difference is that it uses Siri, and it can be paired with two of them to make kind of like a stereo home theater setup, which is actually pretty sweet and makes me kind of want it. The price was a little more expensive. It's like $350, I think, as opposed to the Alexa, which I believe was around $180-ish. So it's a little pricier than the Alexa. I'm not sure how much the Google one costs, but I know it's the most expensive. But the fact that you can expand on it, and the fact that I use Siri way more than I use Alexa or Google makes me kind of actually want this one. So that's pretty sweet. The technology looks very similar to the Alexa and other things like that. It has multiple microphones and multiple speakers that go around it just to make it more immersive and allow it to listen to what you're saying easier. I think it's a solid device, and I would consider buying that one just because it's the Apple experience and it's just in your house and it works. I'm sure it will work seamlessly once it's up and running. It's just that it costs a little more. You're paying the Apple premium, but I think in the HomePod case it's kind of worth it. iPad no, HomePod yes. Okay, so I'm just reading about what I kind of missed on the keynote because I got into it a little late. Apparently they did announce the iMac Pro and its price starting at $4,999, which seems a little pricey for what it is. I'm gonna have to see the specs. I'm sure they did not release the specs on that just because they never freaking do. So I'm curious about the specs, but if it runs the NVIDIA drivers, and it has to be specific for me to buy it, but I'm sure they can justify the price tag with a really good screen and a lot of things that are nice, but I really hope the computer is there too. So look forward to that. Just that's the biggest thing for me. Rip-a-roni. So that was just a quick kind of summary of the keynote from today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you like this kind of video. See you guys in the vlog. Peace out.